So the middle class is being systemically destroyed. This is in Zerohedge. If you wanted to destroy the middle class, one way you could do that would accomplish that goal would be to flood the system with money, which is what they did. Our leaders have pumped trillions of dollars into the system, and the wealthy have gotten much, much wealthier. We've talked on the show how somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 to 200 new billionaires were created during the pandemic. So while you and I were just struggling to get by, and some people, hey, if you had an online business, your sales went, you did okay, but nobody was like, boo, nobody became a billionaire. No regular person became a billionaire. Millionaires became billionaires, unless you bought Bitcoin in 2009 for 10 cents a coin or whatever. The rest of us have seen the cost of living rise much faster than our paychecks have. As a result, we're getting poor and the middle class is shrinking. Even if you were like, you did okay during the pandemic, let's say you had an online business and you're like, oh, I'm doing all right. Even those gains that you had, you're still seeing them shrinking because of inflation. So let's get back into the article here. Over time, our capitalist economy has steadily evolved into a system where almost all the wealth and almost all of the power are concentrated in the hands of giant institutions. Collectively, big government and big corporations run virtually everything. And this system of corporate socialism, that's the other thing. Oh, socialism is evil. Well, the wealthy get socialism. Wall Street gets socialism. They're bailed out. They make a mistake. Government comes in and bails them out. You and I don't get socialism. We get rugged capitalism. If you fail or lose your job, or even if you just make a mistake, your business, you made some mistakes with your business, you're screwed. Sorry. Bye. If you're the worst CEO ever on Wall Street, you're fine. You're going to keep making your 6, 7, even most of them get an 8-figure income, and you'll get bailed out by the government. Even if you lose 10,000 people in your company lose their jobs, you'll get a bonus. The gap between the rich and the poor has steadily grown, and now it is larger than it has ever been before. Ever. Even U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders acknowledges that we have a massive problem in our hands. Today, this is from Bernie, half our people are living paycheck to paycheck. 500,000 of the very poorest among us are homeless. And I would wager that number is higher. That's a pre-pandemic number. I think it's probably closer to 1 million. That's just my estimation. Millions are worried about evictions. 92 million are uninsured or underinsured. And families all across the country are worried about how they're going to feed their kids. Today, an entire generation of young people carry an outrageous level of student loan debt, something that could have been wiped out by Joe Biden. And most obscenely, low-income Americans now have a life expectancy that it is about 15 years lower than the wealthy. That is absurd to me. Poverty in America has become a death sentence. Meanwhile, the people on top have never had it so good. The top 1% now own more wealth than the bottom 92%. That is offensive. This is not a democratic country. This is a kleptocracy run by oligarchs. Look those words up if you don't know what they mean. Of the 50 wealthiest Americans own more wealth than the bottom half of American society, 165 million people.